Hey, Sophie, good to see you.
Good to see you, Dylan. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Greetings, community, Equity community. We are very pleased today to share about our work in Senegal. And today we're going to actually take a journey of member Ngoya Sek and her request to get more financing from the credit unions of Senegal. Ms. Sek is a member of the Barney Credit Union, which is just outside Dakar. It's a small community, mainly fishing, but they obviously do lots of agriculture as well as textile businesses. Ms. Sek herself is a agriculture and textile entrepreneur. She's a founding member of the credit union in Barney. And for context, the Barney Credit Union is actually part of the Comcast network, which has over 28 branches across the country. Her current balance is 7 million, and it's taken out over about 10 different loans. And both of her enterprises, the textile and agriculture, are informal. Now, I brought Sophie here today to talk a little bit about what her options are. What are Ms. Sek's options in the marketplace? So, Sophie, how can Ms. Sek grow her business? What is currently available to her, and what's changed?
So what's available to her in Senegal are very small loans. And we know from a market study we did that women tend to have to borrow multiple loans at the same time to raise the amount of capital they need to run their business. So what we used in the Gender Lens investing project we're running are three different market research tools. The first one was a marketing survey where we randomly selected 40 loans from women and looked at them. The second one was a customer journey mapping exercise where we put two PAMECAS teams in the shoes of women and in their journey from home to credit union, where they finally get their credit. And the third one was a staff engagement survey that we rolled out through an online platform to all the permanent staff of PAMECAS to better understand how PAMECAS is performing in terms of gender mainstreaming. So what are the findings? You want to know?
Yeah, I mean, this is really cool. Like, how does this help Ms. Sek? I mean,
well, it helps her because
how does it help her?
It helps her because we found that in the marketing survey, most of the women are married. They jointly own their home with their husband, meaning they don't have to pay rent. So that's an important thing when you're looking at assets and expenses. They're also, most of them, taking very small loans over and over again, about 100,000 CFAs. And those loans have good functions because they help them fund the needs of the family, almost at the subsistence level. We also realized that very few women borrow more than 2 million or 3 million CFAs, but when they do, they create jobs. And I think that's a fantastic findings because it's going to help everybody in the microfinance sector in Senegal to better tailor their products to these women who are creating jobs and expanding their businesses. And finally, when we run the staff engagement survey, we realized that there were little areas of opportunities for PAMECAS to improve the way gender is being mainstreamed at the organization through the hierarchy, but also in their commercial practices and policy. So what did we change once we had those findings? The first thing we did is we worked with PAMECAS to revise the credit terms, lower the requirement for collateral, and also try to launch new products. The second thing we did to make women more visible through the credit union is building a gender dashboard so the gender committees would know how many women are currently borrowing in their credit unions. And the last thing we did is we helped PAMECAS design a new gender commitment to strengthen their gender position and their gender leadership, actually, not only through their organization, but also in the marketplace in Senegal.
Excellent. So we've got like a minute left, Sophie. Quickly, let's go through the loans. What were you actually prototyping here?
So the team prototyped two credit products. One is a digital loan and the other one is a credit loan. And the idea was to increase the amount of money available to members and to groups as well, and also expand the duration of those loans because sometimes those loans are just too short. The other thing we did is we piloted new loans with PAMECAS. We improved the terms of a credit that they already had. And same thing here, we expanded the ceiling of capital they can borrow, and we made it easier for them to borrow by lowering the collateral and the other constraints in terms of deposits, for instance.
Very cool. Very cool. So what now? What can we do now?
Well, now the future is bright, almost. I think PAMECAS is really taking the leadership in improving women's access to financing and to loans in Dakar. and in Senegal because they have a national coverage. And I think what they're doing is going to also encourage other organizations to follow in their lead. So it's very encouraging to see how much enthusiasm and energy the whole credit union network of PAMECAS shared with us when we worked with them to design better credit products for women. So I'm very optimistic about how Ngoy is going to be able to increase her loans with PAMECAS.
Very cool. Thank you, Sophie. We actually heard in our recent visit to the Barney Credit Union that membership amongst women has increased. And not only that, but these new products are actually making the competition or the market rethink its own loan portfolios and how they can better service entrepreneurs in the area. So we're really excited, and we're excited to see how the ripple effect moves forward.
And I'm also excited, you know, at the Finequity community to learn what other marketing tools or market research tools other teams have used to better segment, you know, the market for women and better understand it. So I can't wait to be at the meeting next week, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. Thank you. And we'd love to hear from you as well, not only about tools, but the other experiences you've had. So everybody have a great day. Thank you.